Welcome back to RMS. We have got a 2006 Peugeot 207. Don't see a lot of these anymore. But this is another case of somebody's thrown the parts cannon at it to a degree. It's got ABS light on. It's got ABS light on, no power steering, things like that. Lots going on with it. The customer suspected ABS unit, so he fitted one of them, didn't fix it, so he sent that one back, second-hand unit. Then, again, going on the internet, you think that every Peugeot is going to have a BSI fault. He fitted a complete ECU kit, BSI, keys, the lot, swapped all that over, still the same. So he sent that back. That's fine. The only thing I don't agree with on that is he's bought it from breakers. And you have the right to send stuff back if you change your mind. So they can use eBay as a testing tool. They order it, they fit the parts on, then message the people and go, yeah, we've changed our mind. They have to post it back. I'm not sure, but that, you know, eBay's the breakers have had to take off the car, package it all up, send it all out, pay for all that, and give them their full amount of money back. I think they might be able to deduct a little bit of postage, but that's about it, you know. So not fair on the breakers, but I'm not getting into that. So again, we're going to have a look at this, see what's going on. Obviously, got to be a wiring fault. He's changed every module on the car. So we just need to work out where that fault is and what we're going to do about it. So let's just confirm that it's not talking to the ABS. That's what we're assuming because it's doing all this lot. He said he's tested sensors and stuff. So let's get into it. Check if it is only the ABS what's not talking. If it is, we've only got to go down that route. Let's have a go. We're going to scan this with the new ThinkCar 399. People say that when you get new tools that they wipe a load of the old stuff off, which maybe they do, you know, maybe they don't put old Rover MGs and, you know, that sort of stuff on it. But it's mainly about the memory space. So if you're buying a little handheld tool, maybe they do, you know, delete a bit of it off. But majority of the bigger tools do keep it all on there. Well, there you go. Picked up the VIN number, picked up the car. So yeah, it looks like it has got it on there. Right, let's have a look what it's coming up with. It's going to do a high-speed scan. Right, it hasn't spoken to ABS yet. So it's picked up instrument cluster, electronic power steering, engine, BSI, airbag module, all that side of it. So let's have a look what we've got in there. A couple in the engine for EGR and stuff, but we have got vehicle speed, ABS, no multiplexing communication. It's going to BSI, brake fluid level, anti-lock brakes, no communication with audio, but it's got aftermarket in there. A few little bits, but yeah, a lot of them are communication, power steering, yeah, no communication. And obviously when we go back, ABS was not scanned. So it looks like we was right. It's got no communication with the ABS unit. The ABS is tucked in the inner wheel arch on there. So before we go to that and pull the plug off it and check everything, we're going to go to the main live earths and everything up on the underbonnet fuse box. I'm sure that's where it's going to be. Done a lot of these in the past. So we're going to get diagram up, have a look over it. We'll do that first. Okay, so we've got the diagram up. I'm going to show you what we're going to run through, see exactly where we're going, what we're doing and why we're doing it. The main thing is knowing where to start. What's a nice easy point to get to all your sort of lives and earths and things like that. Ideally you want to go directly to the ABS unit, but it could be just a blown fuse. So I'll be surprised on this one, but it could be. So we're going to test the middle ground. We've got the battery, we've got the underbody fuse box, then we've got the ABS unit, and obviously BSI turns that on and things like that. So there's quite a few things going on, but I'm going to show you where we're going to start from. So if you start at the middle ground, it just makes it a little bit easier. So right, let's have a look at that. Okay, so this is main ABS module. You've got one main earth, which goes to pin 26 on there. We're not too worried about this side at the moment. But up this side, we've got two main powers going down. They're normally for your pump and things like that. And we've got this relay, which is going to be some sort of ignition control relay, which will be the switch live fuse 9, 10 amp, which then tells the ABS that you've turned the ignition on. This relay is controlled from BSI. It will come across, tell the relay to turn on. So we're going to start here, see if we've got voltage here. These two are the bigger fuses. We will check there, but I think it's more than likely going to be the switch live. So we're going to check our main lives, check our switch live, see if that's coming out. If it has got voltage on this fuse, we want to check to make sure we have actually got it coming out the plug. So if it doesn't come out the plug, it could be an internal break inside the underbonnet fuse box, and maybe that's one part he hasn't changed. So let's try there, check these two fuses. Then if not, we're going to have to go down straight to here, see what we've got going on. So let's have a look. So it's going to be a bit of a rubbish video if it's got a blown fuse. But what can we do? Let's have a... flip ignition on. Right, so we're going to quickly check fuse 9, which is this one here. As you can see, we have got voltage. I'll get you a bit closer. Right, so we've got voltage on that, and it said, when we said we're going to check it coming out of there just in case it's got an internal fault. So obviously we normally go down to Load Pro and load up the system to make sure that we got nothing going from the relay to that and sort of dropping the voltage on it. But because it's already connected up, if there was a drop, it would be 12 volt up here, 6 volts down there, and we'd need to find it. So if we got sort of full voltage up here, as long as we've got an earth to the module, we should be good. But we're just going to see what the output is on this plug, where it goes from that fuse out down to the ABS unit. If that's okay, we'll have to strip out the inner arch, get to the ABS unit and actually see what's going on there. So, but yeah, the switch live is good. There is another bank of fuses under this fuse box. That's where the other bigger wired ones come from. A bit of a pain to get to, but you can do it. Just make sure them ones are good. But normally, if them ones blow, he's got an amplifier wire running through there. How annoying is that? If them ones blow, we still get communication, but we normally have like a pump motor fault on it. So yeah, them ones look okay. Yep. So I'm going to just check that we've got the voltage coming out of this module. Open up that plug, have a look, go from there. So we just need to work out what pin that's coming out of that plug, and then we'll check that before we go down to the ABS unit. So obviously this is the one we've just checked, fuse 9. It comes out on pin 19 on plug C. Plug C is a 28 pin brown. We've got 3 28 pin connectors under there. Find out which one it is, and then we just got to go to pin 19 to make sure that it is coming through and going out down this wire. On these plugs, when they say black, brown, grey, they only actually change this part underneath. So you can see on this one, it's brown. It's a bit of a worry. Cable tie which holds that top on has already been removed. So let's have a... If get the back off it so we can back probe into the plug. Put it back in. Plus 19. 19 is the end one. It's this browny pinky colour. If we back probe into there, and there we go, we have got our 12 volts. So to be sure, if we pull that fuse out, pull out pin 9, fuse 9, and it's dead, but it doesn't give any sort of earth path either, which is a worry. Normally, if that is connected down to the ABS because you've got earth in and that's going through it, you would get some sort of reading, some sort of earth path through it. It's not showing anything. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to get the wheel off, get the arch back, pull the plug off, and we'll have a check down there, do some load testing, things like that, see what's going on. Yeah, let's get the wheel off. As you can imagine, I love doing this sort of stuff. Wheels off, arches out, dirty stuff. But someone's got to do it. And Barney's useless. So I've always considered getting a strip fitter, like the old body shops have. They strip the cars down, you do the work, they put it back together. But I mentioned to my missus that I wanted a fit stripper, and she took it the wrong way. So, is that it? Got any more? That's it. No spiders. We're away. So the customer has had all this off before. Right, I'll show you this. So we're here. Okay, right. Let's work out what pins we need to go onto. So we've got the two main ones in, and we've got that switch. Find out what pin that was on. I know it's coming out of pin 19 up there. Gonna have a quick look, get the probe set up, and we'll have a look. So it is nice having a screen that size. I can see the main two wires are on 1 and 14, and then the other one's on pin 20. Without having to get up, go backwards and forwards. You can write it all down, but you know, so. Right, so 1 and 14, and then the switch live on 20. So, right. So it starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, and that way. So pin 1, got voltage. 14, we've got voltage. And we've got earth on the other one, not load tested. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nothing. Okay. Not getting a good contact in there. Strange. Well, looks like that's it. Let's pop this off the back. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 is a brown. So it changes colour from purple-ish colour up there to brown down here. Things with Peugeots, they actually number them. They don't do it by colour. Normally the numbers are rubbed off after this amount of time. Right, this, just show you. This wiring loom does unclip, goes up into there, which must go under that fuse box. So we're going to have an issue in there somewhere. I think we'll start a bit further up to see where it's rubbed through or whatever's gone on. And yeah, we shall have a look at that. I've given it a quick tug. It's not coming down. Right, I think we're going to have to go up the top. Let's go back up there. So, a bit of an update on the Transit Custom Connect. No, on the Berlingo. Jeez, I do too many cars. Berlingo we done a couple of weeks ago. We've been to the dealer, confirmed an ECU, and what else did they confirm? Yeah, ECU, wiring, loom and stuff, and we found the dodgy injectors. If you haven't seen that video, I'll stick a link up here, or up here, one or two. Go and check that one out. That, they come to pick it up. It's gone off to a diesel specialist, you know. The injector, there's something gone on with the fuel system. Don't quite know what, but I assume it's going to be contaminated. A couple of people have commented saying check this, check that, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, when the recovery bloke to kind of pick it up, it's all there's been 3 different places now. Went to 2 places before us, before it went to the 2 places before it went to the dealer, before the dealer condemned all that. It's how do you know you're right when the other people are all wrong? So did anyone put a video out on it and actually say, this is what we've done, this is what we found, correct me if I'm wrong? Which, you know, it's done, I don't know, what, 12,000 views I think that one done. And nobody said, oh, you're wrong on that one. So, yeah, fairly confident. But we'll look a bit silly if when it does come back, it was an ECU, wouldn't it? But, you know, I'm pretty sure it weren't. So that was the conclusion of that one, or it will be. Will they phone me up? They probably won't phone me up to say it's done. They'll be phoning up if it's not right. So, right, I'm just going to strip this ECU out, take that fuse box out. No, I'm going to strip this underbody fuse box out, take that cover out. Let's see what we can see. Okie dokie. Right, let's just show you something. Where are we? This loom comes along up to here, twists around. It's all fairly loose in there, and I've given it a good old tug. I can feel it pulling up there, so it's okay to there. Inside here, I've pulled the fuse box out. This is the wire, goes down to this fuse box, tucks out down there. The wire which we just looked at is coming up through a hole down there. So literally it comes up, goes under the battery and then into there. It's going to be under, it's got to be under the battery bit down there, because this wire's going out down to there. This wire's going up that way into there, and we've got it to about there. Given this one a good tug, so we know it's okay inside the fuse box. So we're just going to have to remove the battery tray, and then check it out there. Even if we use the beep tester and, you know, put a signal down it, we sort of know where we're going anyway, just by the amount we're pulling it. So it can't be a lot to open up that loom. Because it changes colour, I would think it's going to splice in somewhere. I'd normally think it would change on a connector, but it doesn't look like it does. There is one connector down there which connects. Oh, no, it doesn't. There's nothing connecting that to there. So, yeah, going to get the battery out. Get the battery tray stripped out. Just open up that bit of wire and loom under there. Should make it fairly easy. And then, yeah, we should be fairly close. The worst thing will be is if, for some reason, the wiring diagrams are wrong. It does change colour. It lines up with the fuse, doesn't it? We pulled the fuse. It definitely goes out on that pin. Definitely goes to there. There is no pink, peach, whatever it is, down on the ABS unit. And we've tested every wire into the ABS unit for a 12 volt switch. It's only on them big ones. So we're pretty sure. But we ain't going to know till we find it. So, there's a battery out. ECU can come out. Get out of the way. And because we're only working on that one wire, we don't really need anything live or anything like that, because we know we can just just use continuity test, or we can put voltage down one to see if it comes out the other. If we want a load test, things like that. So that's the end of that. All right, couple of pop that out. Well, it's a couple of 10 mils. We should be there. Well, it's not very nice down there. Where's my torch? Oh, black torches are a nightmare. Can't find them. Right. So, yeah, this is the way the main loom goes. This is the loom that comes from inside the fuse box down. We've got a tiny bit of green there, but I don't know if that's insulation or not. So yeah, they both go into this trunking, so we're just going to open the trunking up, find the brown wire in here, which one it is, hopefully find where the fault's going to go. Right, let's get it opened up. He's a genius! Right, that green was not insulation. I thought it was actually one of these wires, like this blue wire down here running down. But that just there, oh, let's try and get a bit of a zoom on. Corroded wire. And that's going to be the brown, I would think. Not sure yet, but I will confirm. But that brown there is obviously the same colour as the brown one goes down. But why is it not pink? Not this one here. Again, well, no, we pulled that fuse. It comes out of there. It's got to go to there. We'll find out when it goes. In fact, no, I'm going to find out where that wire goes to, just in case it does go up. And I will show you. If it goes up to a different plug, I'll let you know. So I'm just going to strip the rest of that down, find out where that goes. I will beep that through quickly to down here to make sure that's the only faults. Could have two faults, or could have two... another fault what we don't know about. Maybe that's rub through. It's nothing to do with this, but what's the chances? So, right, beat that through down to there, make sure it's the right one, and then find out why it's not pink and where it changes. So, I'll show you. And here we go. Let's show you this. This is the pink wire, what comes from the plug. Goes down to there, and it splits off. Actually, splits off to three different. It's got two browns and a purple in there. So, yeah, that's where it changes colour. So, we just need to get under here, do a repair on that, just confirm we've got the voltage back down to the ABS unit, and then start getting it back together. And hopefully that's brought everything back online, power steering the lot. So, right, that's next. Let's solder that up, call it a day. So, managed to get that wiring repaired, put all the underbonnet fuse box back in, and we've just slotted the battery back in there. We haven't put any under trays or ECUs and that back on. We just want to make sure that we have got the voltage back down at the plug. So let's try and do this one-handed. Whoa! Yeah. Right, put that there. All right, there's a plug. It was 1, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And there we go. 12 volts. Job's a carrot. So, all I've got to do, I'm going to plug that back in, quickly connect everything back up, just check all the fault codes, make sure wheel speed sensors and everything are working before we put in the arch and stuff, just in case we've got one more thing going on. But I'll be very surprised. So, in fact, no, it's going to be all right. The customer did say when it come on and went off, when it was on, everything was bad. When it was off, the whole thing was off. So, yeah, it should be okay. So, right, let's get it back together, give it a test, and I'll give my final thoughts at the end. And there we go. ABS lights off, power steering's all working. Obviously, we've still got the engine light on because it had EGR valve, etc., all that sort of stuff going on. That's nothing to do with the job he's asked us to do. So, that's the end of that. So, funny enough, which way would you have gone for checking that diagram? So obviously the way we done it was, didn't overcomplicate ourselves, started at sort of a nice central place, checked we had voltages, see what was going on. When we knew we had voltages coming out, down to the ABS unit, confirmed what was going on there, and worked our way to the middle where we found the fault. So yeah, that's why we done it. Again, with this car, it's had a load of parts thrown at it. He's tried a lot of things, sent them all back. You know, we sometimes do that. The Stinger, which we got in with all of the switching for the ABS unit or for the servo, it's a cheap switch. It's not worth spending another 3, 4, 5 hours mucking about, stripping everything out, doing all this testing for a switch which is £50, you know. So it is slightly different. But yeah, this one, he's taken it off, sent the parts back. It is what it is. So, you know, but it's all done. So if you like the video, stick a like down below. It literally just down there, little one with a thumbs up. Stick a like in it. YouTube love that. If you'd like to see our biggest job we've ever done on the channel, if you haven't watched it yet, I'm going to leave a link up here. It's a Jaguar. It's a Jaguar CAN bus fault, and it went all over the place. So go and check that one out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this button here helps subscribe, helps our channel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.